Hello everyone, Mixfant Gaming here. Welcome to my channel. Today we're back here in Mech Arena and we have a couple things to talk about. So as of this morning, they actually released a new update for the game. And as part of that update, if we go into the news here, there is the Cheetah rebalance. Now I haven't publicly talked about this. I know some other YouTubers have. At least, in the past we were given the heads up as to what the rebalance was going to be. I was not in agreement with it at all. And I just noticed of late, a lot of my videos tend to be more on the negative side, and I just didn't want to focus on more negative thoughts when it comes to this game. I just wanted to get back to enjoying it. So I didn't talk about it. I was hoping that our conversations with our contact in Plarium would go a little bit better than they had. But anyways, with that being said, they went forward with their Cheetah rebalance the way it was. They didn't seem to actually take our feedback into consideration at all. So if we look at the rebalance here, hopefully I'll get you here in a minute, man. We have that the Cheetah has gotten an increase in its health by 37%. I actually think that's a good thing. I do think Cheetah needed a little bit more health, so I'm on board with that. I'm also on board with a buff to the mines. However, I'm not on board with this kind of a buff. This is a buff of 84% to the mines of the Cheetah. We're not just talking about, 84% overall. We're talking about 84% per mine has 3 mines. That is absolutely freaking ridiculous, the amount of damage that these mines can do. Granted, you have to wait for somebody to walk over them, etc., in order to actually do the damage. But if you take into account here, at the maximum that you can do, the mine damage has gone from 15,800 all the way up to 29,200. To give you a sense of what that kind of damage is, if we go back here, there we go. I just have my record button is right above that X, so I didn't want to accidentally hit my stop on my record. So if we go back to my hanger here, remember it said 29,800, I believe is what it was. Or 29,200, one of the two. I can't remember what it was. But anyways, it's around 29,000. If we go into where my kill shot is, and we look at the stats of my actual kill shot, you'll see if I go down here, my ability to damage right now is 30,900. So it does basically about 1,000 more damage my current kill shot than a mine does on the Cheetah at max level. Now, keep in mind that the Cheetah has 3 mines. So essentially, if a mech runs over all 3 mines of the Cheetah, it does almost 3 times the damage as one of my kill shot dashes. That is absolutely ridiculous, the amount of damage it can do. And I do not agree with that kind of a buff. I was in a game earlier and I saw a full health Juggernaut. Granted, it wasn't maxed out. I think it was a 5-star Juggernaut. But it got hit by 1 mine and took half of its health off. It was absolutely mind-blowing that they think that is balance. And I want to give the devs a lot of credit. They really do try to take a lot of care and effort into balancing the game, the mechs, the weapons overall. I think they dropped the ball on this significantly. For a light mech, and that's what the Cheetah is, it's a light mech, I would have been okay with a 20% buff, maybe a 30% buff in the mines, but not an 84% given you have 3 mines in total. If they, for instance, did an 84% buff on the mines, but then the Cheetah only got 1 mine, well, maybe that could be argued. But with 3 mines at that kind of damage, no, I don't think that's a very good idea. Now, I was, had to half consider buying the Cheetah because I don't have it. It's like 4,300 A coins. It's probably the most expensive mech to actually buy in terms of credits right now. Maybe the Surge and the Redox are a little bit more, but I'm saving my A coins to upgrade my current hanger. And what I would suggest out there is just because the Cheetah got a buff, don't necessarily go out and waste A coins on it. Because if my thoughts are true, then at some point, maybe in a month or 2, they're going to have to scale back those mines if they get too many complaints of the damage it's doing out on the battlefield. And I really, really, truly feel that the mines are too powerful already. Now, that's from just on paper. I have not tried it in actual gameplay. I don't own the Cheetah. I can't try it. I kind of wish we would have been given access to this test server before this was all done, and then maybe we can give appropriate feedback and Plarium would be a little bit more adaptable into actually listening to what we have to say. So a lot of our feedback up to this point with them has just been on paper, comparing it to other mechs like the kill shot, its ability damage versus the mine damage. To me, like I said, on paper, it's too much damage. But anyways, you guys do what you want with your A coins. So I'm not here to tell you what to buy, what not to buy. Me, I'm going to focus on my current hanger, saving my A coins to upgrade rank whatever I currently have. I actually wouldn't mind to run the Cheetah. I actually get a lot more enjoyment, if I'm being honest, running the lighter mechs, just because I find it challenging, it's fun. One of these days I'm going to get back to trying to level up my Lancer a little bit more, just being able to jump up into situations on structures that you can't get on in any other mech, just get a little bit more vantage point. I did that on the test server when I could. I had a lot of fun doing it. So at some point I'm going to get back to actually making a hanger for fun instead of a hanger for power. So the other thing we have to talk about here is the disc launcher. Surprisingly, if I go into my weapons here, excuse me, if I go into my weapons here, I can actually now buy the disc launcher. They have put it in the progress path. Now, I'm not exactly sure where in the progress path it is. Let's just go here and have a quick look and see just how far up or down it is. But that's good to see. We were actually expecting it still to be like another month or two before it ever got in the progress path, just because we have the Arachnos that still is not in there. So it's before the Carbine 12, so it's not necessarily end game, which is what it should be. It shouldn't be end game. It should be more mid game, because that's really where the Disc Launcher 8 would shine a little bit more. So it looks like it's before even the Cheetah. Interesting. So there it is, the Disc Launcher 8. So it's even before you get to Guardian, so it's almost, it's more in the early game than the mid game. It's kind of getting into the mid game here. It's a little bit more attainable for people if you want to save up the 800,000 or so credits it is to buy. At least it's credits and it's not A coins. You can save A coins for something else. Again, for the early to mid game, if you're getting something, I probably would still err on getting maybe the Carbine 8s if you had to choose between the Disc Launcher 8s and the Carbine 8s. Given with the power increase to the mechs, I would actually even hold off. If I was doing okay enough in the early to mid game, I would probably save my resources for at least the 10 power weapons and skip the 8s altogether. But if you just want to get them, you want to play it for fun, by all means, what you should do in this game is to make it so you have fun. Don't get so wrapped up into getting the next biggest thing down the road, the most powerful thing. Make your hangers so that no matter what happens, win or lose, you're just having fun. And that's the best way to go forward in this game altogether. So with that being said, it's been about a month or so since we had the Disc Launcher 8 released. If we keep that kind of schedule, the Disc Launcher 12 was just released last week in the event. So you're probably looking about another month from now before the Disc Launcher 12 gets put into the progress path. As for the Arachnos, I still don't understand why it's not even in the progress path. Every single time I ask or I see other people ask or contact, it's always because the players can still get it in an event. So I'm actually going to accept this here while I finish talking. So yes, newer players, when they come across, when they get, I think, to like a certain level of XP or whatever, they unlock the Arachnos event. And, they can get it that way. But what about the players that either didn't finish that event or maybe they had to take a break from the game for various reasons and they just can't obtain it? What if they don't get, I've heard players, talk to me that they get the event again later on, but, maybe you don't get the event again, but they always promise at the beginning that we would get it in the progress path. So I wish they would actually go ahead and put it in here. So let's just say hi to him and see if we can get a game go. All right, so there we go. Hopefully we can get this started and see how we do. But so I do feel that Plarium has dropped the ball quite a bit the last little bit. Let's ask for CPC if we don't mind. Yeah, so the events of late have been, not great. The randomization getting maybe 3 or 4 openings. They finally released the Disc Launcher 8, which is great in the progress path. I'm love to see that. Beyond that, this Cheetah buff. Cheetah needed a buff, not as much as I feel it should have been. So I do hope that Plarium starts to put things out a little bit more, be a little bit more transparent with the players, be a little bit more forthcoming with things, and give us what we're asking for, i.e. clans. Where are the clans? Please bring the clans. Anyways, so that's enough of me complaining and kind of giving a little bit of feedback here. So let's just get focused on the game here. Hopefully we do halfway decent. Alright, so let's go on off here. Just hug the side here. I kind of want to get a shot off on this guy, but... Okay, I can hit him like this over there. Back on off. So one thing you do have to keep your mind out now is when you see a cheetah, just be cautious of those mines, because you can't ignore the mines anymore. Okay, so he's got that shield up. Go on up here. Try to stay out of his range. Alright, so I'm going to have to shoot this down there if I can. Oh, I wanted to drop on him and I missed it. Alright, so yeah, give me some heals. Give me some heals. There we go, nice. Alright, so going around to the side. Let's see if we can get Mr. Bones up there. Okay, back on off. I was going to go for that beacon, but... Or control point, I guess I should say. Let's get on up here. Get out of the way of that. I got slowed down, darn it. Oh, and there's those mines I'm talking about. I went the wrong way. I was going backwards, so I didn't see it. Alright, so we have something coming around this way. Alright. Curve those around if I can. Nope. I hit that structure there. The wall. Alright, so I'm not doing the greatest, mind you. Get him. So somebody had the disc launchers there. Kind of want to get for that control point, but I don't know if he's going to spawn in there. Let's try for it. Alright, got on it. I can't get a control point like this. Shoot. Oh, just before. He backed off just enough. I couldn't stay on that control point or else I was going to die, so I was hoping to take him with me. Alright, let's do this here. Oh, what? There we go. There we go. Nice! Oh, shoot. I tried to hit the first time and my button didn't register. Alright, so we have a guy down here someplace. That was a mistake. I didn't need to do that. So going up here. Was there a guy down there? Yes, there was.
You have 2 minutes remaining.
Okay, got him. There's another guy down there. Nice. Okay, we're doing great here. I wanted that kill.
You have won the match.
Alright. Let's just back on off here. Let's look at the end game stats and see how we did. Alright. And nice. Well played, man. Well played. So, anyways, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed the content and let me know your thoughts on everything and the changes lately. And until next time, cause some mayhem in the field for me.